You lovely, beautiful people. On today's Cardio and Consciousness, we're going to ask the only question that is important. But before we do, get on your bicycle, get on your treadmill, get on your rowing machine, get in your stair stepper. Let's get some cardio and consciousness together. So that question is, are you happy? It's the only question that the law of attraction gives two poops about. Are you happy? Am I happy? It doesn't matter. Everything else, however you get to being happy, it doesn't matter. You know if you are happy or not. The law of attraction, plain and simply, responds to your vibration. That is all. That's all that it's there for. It's there to be a benefit. The law of attraction, that which is like unto itself is drawn. It doesn't matter how you got happy, truly happy. We're not talking about false happiness. We're not talking about faking it till you make it, because whether you think you can or can't, you're right. No, I don't know how that applies. No, the law of attraction responds to your vibration. Your vibration, as Abraham would say, equals your point of attention, but it also equals your emotion, your feeling, right? The state of the feeling is your thought, your point of focus, married, joined together with your emotion. That is the feeling. The feeling is the vibrational puller. The emotion is just, really, it's a guidance system telling us, are we aligned or not aligned with our desire? But it's just a lot of flowery words to just ask, are you happy? Are you happy? If you're not happy, be happy. Easier said than done, right? But we do all of these things. The law of attraction is such a simple law. All it says is, I will give you what you are. That which is like unto itself is drawn. That is the law of attraction. So it doesn't matter if you're happy because of an external situation. It doesn't matter if you're happy because of an idea, an imagination, hypothetical, None of that matters. What matters is, are you happy? Did you watch a movie that made you happy? Did you listen to some music? Did you play some music? Did you play a sport? Did you take a walk? Did you pet your dog? There are so many innumerable things that can bring you into a state of feeling happy, of feeling joyful. Right? Buddha, when he attained enlightenment, his teaching was always bliss and joy abound. Bliss and joy are the nature of reality. The problem is that we forget it. We are lost in the illusion. Law of attraction is such a simple law, and we make such a big deal about it. We get mad when things don't go our way. Oftentimes we get mad when our source of happiness, the individual, the job, the money, the health, the thing that has brought us joy and happiness begin to change. We become unhappy because we want things to be static, right? We want our health to be static. We want our relationships to be static. I have a good relationship, and then 10 years later, what happened? We were so happy. Well, everything changes. Everything is impermanent. And so, as things change, they don't always have to change. They don't have to change for the worse at all. Nothing in your life has to get worse. That's the beauty of being a human being. You have the capacity to see things differently in your mind's eye. You get to tell a different story about how you want the situation to transpire in your mind. Right? That's what the law of attraction really is. It's you get what you think about. Plain and simple. Thoughts become things, or thoughts are things. And so that's the basics of the law of attraction. All it wants to know is, are you happy? Because if you're happy, you are in alignment with your inner being, with Source. Are you unhappy? You are out of alignment with Source, with your inner being. Either you're feeling good or you're feeling bad. We make such a big deal about it. We have to have these sneaky techniques that get us into alignment. We have to do all these processes, and these processes are great. They're fun. I use a bunch of them, primarily meditation and visualization. But journaling, making paintings, writing stories in your journal, creating magic boxes, there's so many processes. But really, the external reality will not change for us because we refuse to change our internal reality, right? The storyline, the message that we have in our head is the self-fulfilling prophecy. The missing tile syndrome is the syndrome where everything in your life is going so right, it's going so well, and yet you keep getting lost in that one thing that you do not have. Maybe the two things that you do not have. At one point in your life, you imagine to be exactly where you are. I personally imagine to be in this beautiful little quaint home with my perfect partner, with my awesome dog, with great health, with a cool car, with a job that I really enjoy going to and I can help people. I imagined that, and now I'm living it, and guess what? I fall prey to forgetting to be grateful. And that's okay. Life is always going to inspire more. But as I've been reminding myself from Abraham, find appreciation for what is and eagerness for what is coming. That is by far the most powerful statement when it pertains to the law of attraction that we will ever hear. Abraham said that. Find appreciation for what is and eagerness for what is coming. Feel appreciation for what is and eagerness for what is coming. I'm going to say it to the people in the back row. Feel appreciation for what is and eagerness for what is coming. That is the law of attraction summed up into one statement. That is how we achieve, we attract, we manifest all the things that we could possibly desire. We feel appreciation for what is, and we feel eagerness for what is coming. In those moments, in that practice, we align immediately with our inner beings, with Source. The law of attraction is simply a law. It is simply a vibrational law, right? The law of allowing, right? There's only a stream of well-being, and we are either allowing it or not. Again, coincides with our emotional guidance system. There are so many of these laws, and yet we just keep forgetting. Sorry, my hands are turning. You can see them, they're a little purple and blue because we're in my garage and it's cold. The law of attraction is not this big hoopla that we make it out to be, and we've got to visualize for 30 minutes, got to meditate for 20 minutes, got to do this. I've been on your guys' booties to meditate for the last 3 months, for the last few years really, because I know the impact it has on our ability to let go, to surrender, to stop trying to control something. I know that I'm a huge control freak. That's why I fell in love with the law of attraction. I knew that there was something more to it spiritually than just the nonchalantness of the mainstream society. But when I recognized that my true power is in surrendering, is in being a co-creator with Source, with the universe, with God, that's when, man, everything just fell in line for me. And stuff happens, right? Things happen. Bad things happen, right? We get stents placed in our heart because we have heart blockages. Okay, I can look back at the time in my life where I was not allowing. I was stressed. I got COVID. It was this multifactorial thing that just said, okay, this is going to happen now. All right, things change. Now I get to do cardio more frequently. Great, excellent. I have the time. I have the ability. Things are impermanent. Life is impermanent. The only question that is of any importance is, are you happy? Do you feel any state of gratitude, appreciation, hopefulness, joy, ease? Do you feel that in your life? No? Then change the story in your head. It's really not that difficult. We like to mull over again and again these stories, these limitations that direct us to tell us we can't. But those are just stories in and of themselves too. Okay, let's just keep letting external reality govern everything we believe and everything we want, and lo and behold, we keep getting the same. All right, fine, we'll just keep getting habitual patterns again and again, and we'll keep repeating the same boring song on the same turntable, when all we have to do is take that turntable, i.e. our thoughts, off, put a new one on. Say, I'm ready to listen to this now. Great. When you get bored with that one, time to put on another song. Take that one, put on another song. It's so simple, and yet we make it so gosh darn difficult. We are like addicted to suffering. We're addicted to our limitations. Right? If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. There's a lot of people that have been quoted saying that, but I don't know who exactly said it. But if you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. If you keep telling yourself why it's not going to get better, how come it's not going to get better, why it didn't get better for your parents, why it didn't get better for your friends, why this person it didn't get better for, great. All right, let that storyline play out. Like, you look at so many people that have gone through such immense suffering, such immense difficulty, and what do they end up finding? They find joy and gratitude in it. And then you look at them and you go, wow, what an inspiration. What? Because they changed their mind? Because they changed the storyline in their head? Because they finally came to some understanding that their life, this physical reality, is impermanent, and things will change, and you too will get sick, and you too will get old, and you too will die. They came to some final understanding where they went, you know what, I'm no longer going to allow the external world dictate my internal feelings. I'm going to take control of the thoughts in my head, and therefore the emotions that arise, and I'm just going to look for the good, right? Look for the good. That's it. That's what these inspirational people have done. They've made a choice to look for the beauty, for the joy and the bliss that arise, that abound in every moment. That was a simple teaching from Buddha. And how do you get there, Buddha said? Well, 4 of them we've talked about in our last live video. Talked about, loving kindness. We talked about compassion. We talked about sympathetic joy. And we talked about equanimity. Right? We discussed these. These are really fun tools to incorporate in our daily lives, because even if we do not attain enlightenment in this life, just by practicing those principles, we will have had a good life, and we will have made the lives of others more robust and more enjoyable. Wonderful. What more can a person ask for? What more can a person ask for than waking up every morning and saying, I'm going to do my gosh darn darndest, to look for the joy in today. I'm going to do my gosh darn darndest to give people compassion. I'm going to do my gosh darn darndest to give people love and extend love and kindness to people. I'm going to do my gosh darn darndest to be joyful when other people are expressing their wins and their joys. And I'm going to do my gosh darn darndest to have equanimity and just find balance. Have a steady mind. Know that this situation, both good and bad, is impermanent. It changes. So I'm going to experience the richness of this moment. We talked about in our last video. The richness of the moment is the one that lies just behind the two, right? The unified presence, the Spirit, God, Source itself, the one that lies just behind this duality, the good, the bad, the black, the white, the happy, the sad, right? All of that. What else could you ask for your life? Yeah, you want all the stuff. So get it. Find joy. Be happy. Just be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Right? But yet, you keep finding yourself attached to why you shouldn't be happy. You keep finding yourself attached to this repetitive cycle of what's missing, of what you don't have, of what you used to have and no longer have, of how things change and things get worse, and I no longer have the energy, and I no longer have the feeling of vitality, and I no longer have the health, I no longer have the partner. My partner's gone. They left me because I was so grumpy. All my money's gone. My business is... Okay. Don't take it so seriously. All right? Don't take life so seriously. You'll never make it out alive. Hashtag Van Wilder. You're never going to get out of this reality alive. You're never going to have to be able to hoard enough money, enough resources, enough health, enough youthfulness. You'll never be able to hoard it. It's like trying to grasp for water, right? The stream, you're grasping at the stream, this free-flowing stream of well-being. And you've got this rushing river, and you're trying to grasp for it, filled with gold, silver, and diamonds. And you keep grasping, and it just keeps running through your fingers. And you're just wasting your time grasping for the water, when instead you could have just enjoyed the presence, the glimmer, the shimmer from the jewels flowing down the river. And maybe at the end of the river, there was even more waiting for you. Maybe you could have just hopped on your little raft and said, all right, I surrender. Maybe you go off a cliff. I don't know. Either way, it'll be fun. Like, if we're trying to be spiritual, if we can't get out of this alive, everything changes. Our lives will never be the same as they were 1 minute ago. Nothing is as far away as 1 second ago. We'll never have that back. And so, in the midst of it, why not experience the wholeness, the mindfulness, right, of the present moment, the richness of this moment, of I'm going to use myself as an example, the little rigidity I feel in my lungs. Maybe I just need to feel it to heal it. Maybe for that finally to alleviate, and maybe it won't alleviate, and maybe this is just my experience, and that is what it is. That is the moment. Little tightness right now, since I've gotten on this treadmill or the bicycle with you guys 20 minutes ago. Nothing but clear lungs. Nothing but an open heart. I don't know. Maybe I'm too attached to the outcome. Maybe I'm too attached to being perfect. Maybe I'm too attached to what was. Maybe it's just time to surrender to what will be. Feel appreciation for what is and eagerness for what is coming. The law of attraction. It's so simple. Just do your best. Get away from your phone. Experience the moment. Heck, you could be on your phone. You could listen to this if this brings you joy. If it doesn't and I'm boring you, turn it off. Turn something else on. Find something that brings you true happiness, true joy. Put down the phone right now. Go pet your cat. Go pet your dog. Right? Give them all the love and cuddles. Spend that time present with them. Go give your partner a kiss. Go cuddle them. Tell them how much you love them, how important they are to you, how grateful you are that you get to experience this reality, being their partner. Text your parents, your kids, your loved, whoever, a friend. I'm so grateful that we get to be friends in this reality. I'm so grateful that we get to experience physical reality together. I am so grateful that you and I have had all the experiences that we've had together. Man, it's made my life so rich and robust. I'm so thankful for this moment, for those moments and the moments to come. Wow, how easy, how much easier can it be? Yeah, there are times when emotionally we feel like crud, right? You feel depressed, you feel shitty. That's a technical term, by the way. You feel rageful and angry. All right, well then, work yourself up. Go from rage to something better. You, watching this, has so much power, potential, capacity within you to just change your thoughts. It really is that simple. Think of a yellow elephant. Think of a red dinosaur. You got one. Great. I did that, so now you do that to yourself. I did it to you. Do it to yourself. Speak out loud. Talk out loud to your subconscious. I'm so grateful for this body. I'm so grateful for my money. I'm so grateful for my home, wherever I'm living. I'm so grateful for the people in my life. I'm so grateful that I have eyes to see, ears to hear, a mouth to speak and taste. I'm so grateful I can move my hands. I'm so grateful I can breathe. I'm so grateful my heart is pumping. I'm so grateful my kidneys work, my liver works, my pancreas works. Wow, I feel invigorated. Don't you feel invigorated? You should. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Why waste it on all the limitations that your mom, your dad, your siblings, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your teachers, your friends, why waste your life on the limitations you've learned by observing them? Yeah, life changes. It's supposed to. It's the beauty of it. A tree continually grows, and eventually that tree falls. Right? If a lumberjack takes his axe, the tree is so loving that as he strikes the tree will still leave a sweet scent on the axe. That's Anthony DeMello. I don't know how you say his last name. Be the tree. Be water, right? Flow like the river flows, openly, uninhibited. Even when there's a dam, the water still finds a way through. When you come to the Red Sea place in your life, when in spite of all you can do, when there's no way back, there's no way round, there's no other way but through, know God with a soul serene, and the dark and the storms are gone. God stills the winds, God stills the waves. God says to your soul, go on, go on, go on, go on. You are that powerful. You are that powerful. All you have to do is change this. It really is that. Find things in your life that bring you a little bit of happiness, that feel like ease, that feel like flow, that feel like joy, that feel good, right? But yet, don't get attached to those things as your source of goodness, of well-being. It stemmed from within you, your perception of that thing. Just enjoy it. Don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. Don't grip to it Love with an open palm, right? Love with an open palm. Love life. Feel the joy and the bliss that's here now. This air, this cool air, this light shining in my eyes, this beautiful camera that I'm seeing on me. Law of attraction doesn't give two craps if you're a good person or you're a bad person. What it worries about, not really worries about, what it's paying attention to is the joy and the happiness that you feel. Just be happy. Just change your thoughts. Just look for the good in your life. Just do it. Stop complaining about all the bad things in your life that have gone wrong. They do not matter. They're not important anymore. They're an important part of your other chapters. Those chapters, that contrast, has made you the beautiful, divine, perfect individual that's watching this video right now. Source does not need you to do anything to be seen as worthy or loved. You are loved and seen as worthy exactly as you are right now. What you have to do is remember that and start acting from that. Start thinking from that. Stop letting the external world keep defining your thoughts and your actions and your words. Right? Be so determined in yourself. Connect so deeply within the presence within you, right? The spirit within you. Your inner being, God, your soul, Atma, whatever you want to call it. Connect with that by just being still for a minute or two. Feel it. Feel it. Feel that energy, that life force, that prana, that chi, the Tao moving through you. Feel the life force energy. And remember that that is your power. That when you feel that, you immediately feel better. You immediately feel happier. You immediately feel more grateful. You immediately feel more joyful. And then the external world, it does not matter. Okay, somebody's upset. I feel for you, right? My heart is extended out for you. I want the best for you. I want nothing but the best for you. And then I also accept that yes, and this too, this is part of the reality. So even though I accept for you that this is part of your experience, I will do my best as your spiritual equal to extend love, to extend compassion, to offer a hand of help, whatever I feel inspired to do. Voila, you've connected with your soul. Now everything that you've ever wanted is flowing to you. And will that change too? You bet your sweet bottom dollar, my friends, that will change too. But you get to keep recultivating that day by day by day. I like this. I like the stories of people that once they've achieved enlightenment, people say, well, what did you do before enlightenment? When, the master says, well, I took my walk, I washed my dishes, I ate my food, made my meal. And they say, well, what did you do after you achieved enlightenment? And they say, well, I took my walk, I washed my dishes, I ate my food. But I ate it with a reverence and a presence where I knew that this moment was the joy that I've been seeking. I walked, acknowledging all the beauty around me, experiencing it all in its robustness. I wasn't worried about washing my dishes when I was walking. I wasn't worried about eating my food when I was washing my dishes. I was there. I experienced it all in total fullness, in complete openness, complete reverence and love. Wow, what a life. I experienced the wholeness of who I wanted to be. I shared that with others because that is what my heart called for. I listened to the impulses within me. When I felt inspired to do something, I took the action. When I felt inspired to take a nap, I took a nap. When I drank my water, I drank my water. I tasted it. I felt it. What more could we possibly ask for? I don't know. That's why I'm sharing it with you. But guess what? We've hit our 30 minutes. And so because there was nobody that showed up today, except for 1 or 2 people. I'm grateful for you who now have watched after we videoed it. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. I love you. You are so awesome. The law of attraction just wants you to be happy. It's not that important. It's not that difficult. It's simple. What you resist persists. So just surrender. Right? Stop fighting for the limitations that you have. Stop creating stories. You know, it's easier said than done, but just do it. Do it anyways. Just say, you know what? I make this determination that I'm going to stop fighting for my limitations. I'm going to change the storyline in my head. I'm going to be inspired by the spirit within me. I'm going to be inspired by God directly. I'm going to take the gifts that I've been giving and I'm going to share them and I'm going to remind others of them. And just me sharing them is a reminder enough. Playing my music, sharing my art, talking, teaching, whatever, dancing, playing a sport, being a business owner, being a professional, creating this, being a construction worker, creating some beautiful art in the form of landscaping. Whatever your gift is, just share it. Right? That's it. That's my spiel. Thanks for listening. I love you guys. You are safe, you are loved, you are protected, and you are worthy. That is the council's promise from them through me to you. And I love you guys. And you guys are awesome. Just remember that. Joy and bliss reside in every single moment. You just have to connect with it. It's not that difficult. It's quite easy, and you're very capable of doing it. Just change the storyline in your head. All will be well. That's my promise. I know it to be true. Listen to me. And if it doesn't resonate, then throw it away. Toss it away. Throw it away. Doesn't matter. All right? I love you guys. Till our next video. Be well, my friends. I'll see you then. Bye.